Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alicia. I love all things beauty, all things makeup. If you're into that kind of thing, then I think you would really enjoy my content. I hope that you will subscribe and stick around for all my future videos. If you like this video while you're watching it, give it a thumbs up. Today, I'm going to be creating this makeup look with the new Hot Topic Beetlejuice eyeshadow palette. I had never tried any eyeshadows from Beetlejuice, so if you're in that same boat and want to see how they perform, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I've got you guys pulled in pretty close. Clearly, we're starting with the eyes today. I've got my eyes primed with the Anastasia eye primer just because it does have a little bit more of a white base, so I figured it might help the colors stand out a little bit more. The only thing I've got on my face is moisturizer and lip balm. When I'm filming this, it's like 7:20 at night, and I literally am getting ready for nothing. I'm getting ready to go sit and do some homework. So anyway, the palette that we're going to be testing out today is the Beetlejuice palette from Hot Topic. Now, I've never tried any eyeshadows from Hot Topic. This will be the first one. This palette normally retails for $16.90, but it is on sale right now for $11.83. I think today may be the last day of that sale, but here it is here. The packaging is just a cardboard packaging, and as you can tell by this little sticker, this does glow in the dark. It is labeled an eyeshadow palette, so these colors should be eye safe, and then it is cruelty free. Was made in China, if you care to know that. Now, there are 12 eyeshadows in this palette. I got this for under $12, so that's less than $1 a shade. And the packaging is actually pretty cute. Like, you can see it's got these little, well, there's my table, but you can see it's got these little beetles all over it. And then this is the color story itself. Now, Hot Topic had multiple eyeshadow palettes. They had a Chucky one, like a Child's Play one. They had, I believe, Freddy Krueger. I know they had Jason, and the one that was Jason, like, it was shaped like his head. And anyway, yeah, they just had some really cute ones. This is the only one that, like, stood out to me, though, so I picked this up when I picked up my Halloween costume this year. So I figured that we could use this and test this out and see how their eyeshadows perform, because like I said, I've never used them. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna give you guys some swatches, and you see it's just got this like taped on little cover. Discard that. Now, I do like that these shades are named and that the name is printed on the palette and wasn't like on that cover where you have to keep it to know the names. I'm gonna give you guys some swatches, and I'll probably just go like row by row. Beetlejuice. Supposed to be like a matte black. That's not very dark. Strange. Ooh, I like that, like olivey, bronzy color. Unusual. It's like an antique olive color. And then this one is Biohazard. So 3 mattes, 1 shimmer. So this one is Afterlife, and that's just like another matte green. This is It's Showtime, and that did not swatch good at all. This is supposed to be like a pale pink. Yeah, so that shade is like non-existent. That's that shade right there. Maybe to like blend other colors out. That one did not swatch great either, which swatches don't mean, you know, everything, but okay, so that's supposed to be like a plummy brown. You saw how that swatched. That purple shimmer is okay. I'm gonna try to deepen that up. Okay, so that row was not great. But I mean, you never know. You never know until you put them on your eyes. this is probably like my favorite shade in this palette, so hopefully that one swatches good. This is Deceased. That's actually a really nice, like, light gray transition color. So if you're doing like any gray looks, I could see going into this palette just for that transition shade, honestly. Yay, that purple swatch is pretty good. And then this shade is also like a crease shade as well, Beetles, and it's just kind of like a, really like a skin tone color for me. So that would be good for like blending stuff out. And then Handbook, which is that shade there. Okay. So first impressions after swatching this palette, this color and this color on my skin tone, it does not really show up hardly at all. Those will be like blending out type colors for me. And this shade right here though is a really, really nice grayish like crease shade, which that's kind of an unusual color. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm gonna do just a really green, like smoky eye. And I wanna have like purple on the lower lash line though. All right, I pulled you guys in a little bit closer. I am doing my eyes first because like I said, I don't know how these eyeshadows are gonna perform. I am going to first off go into this Bio Exorcist shade green here. And I've just got like big, actually not too much powder kicked up, but I've just got like a big blending brush. And this eyeshadow palette does come with a mirror, so I'm going to use that mirror. This shade is, as you can tell, like not really showing up, and that was even with that white base. So this is the third layer, and you can tell like from one eye to the next, it really is not making that much of a difference. So I have really got this brush coated right now. I did not tap it off, and going in with that shade, and that I got more color than the other time I've tried it. So I'm going to do that same method again, just like get a ton of it on my brush, not tap it off, and put it on. Okay, that'll have to do. And then I think I'm going to go into this Strange shade here. I'm going to use the same brush. And I guess I'm really going to pack this one on too. I might tap that one off a little bit at first. This one does appear to be more pigmented, but then again, I don't know if that's just because it's a darker color. You know what I mean? It is a darker shade than that other one. So what I'm trying to do here is just make like a nice little gradient. And I'm putting this in the crease as well, but just a little bit lower than where that initial color was. And I've got a bunch on this brush again. I'm going to try to build this up. There we go. There we go. So building this up a layer definitely helps. And I'm bringing it all the way in over there. Okay. Now I'm going to go into a smaller little brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Afterlife, which is this darker green. And I'm going to put that just on the very, very outer corners. And this inner corner here, I think I'm going to do a halo type smoky eye with this. Okay, and then I'm going to bring that into the crease as well. Then I'm going to take a little flat brush. I'm going to go into the shade Beetlejuice. And I'm going to build this up in this outer corner over here, just to make this look a little smoky. Alright. And then I'm taking this unusual shade here and popping that into the center. I will say I am not that much of a fan of this eyeshadow formula. The shimmers are very like thick and kind of crumbly. So there is that shade there. I'm going to take this little blending brush and I'm just going to kind of blend into this crease with no additional product on it, just to kind of clean that up a little bit. And then I'm going to take this brush here and I'm going to go back into that black and put that into this crease over here and right here on the inner corner, and try to mix those two together. Alright, so there is the eye look. I'm also going to take this brush without putting anything else on it and go all around here and really make sure all this is like blended out really well. Okay, now I'm going to clean this up. So I'm just going to, this does have like swatches and stuff on it. I'm going to take this just like I always do under my eye. And actually, I may try to clean this up a little bit. Now, after this dries off a second, I'm going to go in and clean this stuff up. Alright, I'm going to take a flat brush. And first off, I'm going to go into that deeper green color, which was Afterlife. I think this will just look better overall. And I'm going to go right into that inner corner. Right there. And then as well, like right here. Alright, and now I'm taking Biohazard. I guess maybe I should have left it. But yeah, I just wanted it cleaned up more. I felt like it was like too far over here. So that's okay. That happens sometimes, you know. It's just art, really, right? Now I'm taking this one we have black on. I didn't add any more product, but I am deepening this up right here. I really kind of I like this, what I got going on right now. Did take a minute to get there, but I really like that Bio Exorcist shade. I feel like it kind of just grunges everything out. Like when you put this on the outer corner of that other green, it like blends it out, but it makes it look grungy too. Alright, final cleanup. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead, match up the other eye, do the rest of my face, and then we'll come back to finish up the eyes. Alright guys, I'm back. I've got on pretty much all my makeup. I'm going to run you through what I have on the rest of my face. I've got on just the classic combo that I have been using. Apparently I am almost out of this. I'm going to try to take the stopper out, but it's the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Hydra Foundation. I have mine in the shade 1.0. And then I've got the Dose of Colors Concealer. Mine is in shade 08 Light. I set all that down with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Powder. I added a tiny bit of this Tarte Shape Tape Glow Powder in the shade Starlet. Just added a little bit to my forehead, a little bit like on my Cupid's bow. You know, just like typical highlighting areas, but this is a very subtle powder and it's just so pretty. And then for my bronzer, I tried this one again and I do still like this bronzer. This is the Flower Beauty. This is the Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer, and this is in the shade Sunswept, which is M1. And then for highlighter, I pulled out this I Like Your Face palette from, oh sorry, that's not what it's called. It's called the Gimme More Pressed Powder Highlighter Palette from ColourPop. Now, this has been out a while. I've had this a while. This was the first time that I used this palette. I used this color right here, and it is just beautiful. It just looks wet, glossy, doesn't add any like skin texture or anything. It literally just like blended in with my skin. It was so creamy. That formula is really, really nice. I added a little bit like under the brows as well, so I really do like that shade. And then for blush, I used one of my favorites. This is the MAC Sheer Tone blush, and this is in the shade Peach Twist. And you can see it has got like a gold sheen in there. It is just such a pretty blush. You see how it is when it's like sheared out? Such a pretty blush. On my lips, I have got the MAC Retro Matte lipstick in the shade Burnt Spice. And then for my brows, I just did that with my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown. Okay, for the lower lash line, I know I originally was saying purple, but I'm thinking I'm just going to keep it the same and kind of do this green grungy look on the bottom as well. I'm going back into this matte black shade Beetlejuice, tapping that off on just a tiny little liner brush, and I am going to get this as close to my lash line as I can. From using these shadows, I found that they will blend a long way, like we saw with this eye. I did much better on this eye, you know, being familiar with the formula, but they really tend to like blow out and the color kind of like dissipates. So you want to just be careful the brushes that you're using. Otherwise, I mean, I think you get a really good look. You just have to know, you know, how the formula works. All right, now I'm going to go into a pencil brush and I'm going to go into Afterlife, which is the shade right here. And I'm going to get that on this brush and then tap that off really well. And I'm going to kind of take this like on the outer edge of that. Again, trying to stay as close to the lashes as I possibly can. And then lastly, I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into a Biohazard, tap that off, and go right on the edges of all of that. All right, now I'm going to take a more like compact little shader brush and I'm going to go into this shade here, which I said just kind of makes everything like super grungy. And I am going to focus this like on those outer edges. And then I'm just going to kind of like blend everything together. Okay. Now over here on this corner, I haven't added any product and I'm just brushing this up together over there. Now I kind of want to go into this palette here, which is, it's from Laura Geller and it's got some just unique like highlighter shades in here. And I think I'm going to use this one right here, which is French Fizz. I'm going to take that on that same little pencil brush. And this is what our highlighter is going to be on the inner corner. Okay. I am going to catch up the other eye, do my mascara, and then we'll be back for the final thoughts. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look. I just popped on my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. I really like this look. Having said that, I do really like the finished look that we were able to create, but this palette was a struggle. So the mattes really like are very powdery. Not like they produce a lot of kick-up, but just like when you're blending them out, the color just like spreads, I think, more than most shadows. And so if you're not careful, like how I had to clean up this eye a little bit, it can get a little bit too overboard. Like this look, I didn't have to clean up like it all over here, and I was able to control it a lot better just having known from doing this one how much it spreads. So anyway, you just have to know how to use the formula. This palette, I purchased it for $12. It normally retails for $17, so you can catch this on sale. The shimmers, I think, perform better than the mattes, but they are like very thick. If you felt like Morphe shimmers, it kind of feels like that. But I mean, I do really like the look. It just took a lot of building up, and it's a learning curve with this one. Like, you have to know how to use the colors to get them to perform the best. So anyway, cute palette. The Hot Topic formula is not very good at all, but you can get it to work, like I said. So yeah, you'll just have to take that with what you will. But if nothing else, like I said, I may be going into that palette just for this transition shade right here, because that is a very unique transition shade. It's kind of like a taupey gray, which I don't think I have anything else like in my collection, and some of my Jeffree Star palettes could have used something like this color here. So I could see using it for that, and then, you know, just every once in a while when I want to do something crazy. And I really do want to try this purple shade here, because that one looks really fun. But there you go. That is the palette. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.